Well, I'm Kathy Luther. My show is called Garden Art. I do mosaics made out of glass or homemade tiles. I start with a bag of clay with most of these tiles. I've been doing a lot of garden art in past years, and I thought doing a show on it would be a fun thing to do. Done a lot of bird houses and wall vases and pieces for the wall, planters, plant stand. Anything you can cover with tile. Basically anything that refers to a garden. Some of them can be outside, some of them should be on your porch or in your house, wherever, but people who are really into their yards and gardens, something that they can appreciate. Well, I've been doing this for 3 decades or more. And I actually started out with throwing old bathroom tiles on the floor of my garage or basement, and I've evolved into making my own tiles out of clay. Some of the pieces here are out of stained glass, but most of them are homemade tiles. Start with a bag of clay, and what I really enjoy about doing that is all the experimenting with textures and colors. So part of the fun of doing that is to try new things every time I go to my studio. I'm constantly looking for things to cover in tiles. I make a lot of tiles. I like that part of it very much. So then I'm always looking for forms to glue the tiles down to. The birdhouses were one easy thing that have been very popular, and the planters, I've even done chairs, and I have a plant stand in the show, and totems, and anything that can handle having tiles glued to it, and I will use it. Well, I'm always on the lookout for good quotes, so I have a book of favorites that I go back to over and over again, and I know I've got about a dozen good garden quotes, so I relied on those for this show. I'm always looking for something that will really catch people's attention, and so I saw online that you can buy forms that cut out in the shapes of different animals, and I thought the chickens would be really colorful and fun, and the cows, of course. I've done quite a few cows over the years. In and out. A lot of the ones I've done, I use gears and to kind of show the machinery of the inside workings of the cow, you know, like start to finish, that kind of thing. This one I had a little less of that and a little more just landscape and city and that kind of journey. So I just called it In and Out, and make of it what you will. Well, it's another creature that is very popular. People seem to really like that. No story really other than that there's kind of nice symbolism to go with dragonflies. Realized that a lot of the artists' incomes were depended on all the street fairs and art shows where you put up your own tent, you pop up your own tent. So we decided to offer this room on a monthly basis for artists who'd lost that source of income and would like to show their art. Even if you're not interested in gardens, come check out Gallery 4. We've got a lot of wonderful artists. We have over 35 artists represented here. It's all area art. I encourage you to come down and check out the pop-up room if you're interested in having a show of your own. I believe I joined in 1987, which puts me about 3 decades here. I've followed the gallery through probably 7 or 8 moves. It's not only a wonderful place to sell your work because you have complete control over what you bring in, and you're kind of master of your own space, but I just am so thrilled to have met so many artists and worked with them over the years, and I think that's the best thing, is the connection to the other artists in the community.